Oh, I didn't see you there. How you doing? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Yeah, it's been a while since I uploaded a video. Okay, last week I did upload a video about battle crashing battle, but that's pretty much it. Before that, it's been a year after I uploaded a new video. So what have I been doing the last 2 years? Not much. Alright, for this video, I'm gonna do a little summary of what I have been doing the last 2 years or almost 3 years, not being a Jehovah's anymore, and now being free and being XJW, more or less. So let's start with the activism. That's what I'm gonna start with, and then the elephant in the room, my atheism. The other one is self-improvement, life after the watchtower, and then a summary. All right, so let's begin. Well, I've been doing activism for the last 2 years. The previous 2 years, I've been doing activism in and out. So I've been in a newspaper, I've been in a documentary, and I've done interviews. Now I did one interview with the XJW critical thinkers, and now and I've done also activism, for example, protesting in front of battle. Also, I have to make some corrections. In my first video, in the first video where I did Battle Crash, I mentioned that I was a member, which is not correct. I was a volunteer. Yeah, because English is like my third language, so forgive me. So in the future, I will do my best to try to say things more correctly and to avoid confusion. But I used to be a volunteer, and that I use correctly, used to. I am no longer a volunteer for the Dutch Foundation Against Watching and Shunning, and the reason is basically because I don't have the time anymore. I've become more of a supporter, or you could say a freelance activist in a way, because I just didn't felt like it anymore. To be frank, to be honest, the main reason why I didn't want to do activism, or at least not be a full-time activist when it comes to the Dutch Foundation, is because I've mixed feelings, to be honest. On one hand, I spent already 13 years that I've wasted being a member of this cult for the Jehovah's Witness. So it feels weird that wasting 13 years and then still, now that I'm free, to still be involved with the Jehovah's Witness in any matter. On the other hand, I still feel a sense of responsibility to, I'm sorry for staring at the screen, because I'm trying to look at my notes. But on the other hand, I feel a sense of responsibility to warn people about this cult, or because I would have loved, before I converted from Protestant to Jehovah's Witness, I would have loved someone to give me a more concrete reasons why Jehovah's Witnesses are not a good choice, because I was surrounded by people who would make fun of Jehovah's Witnesses and be critical of them, and in a way rightfully so, but they couldn't really explain well why. And now I'm in this position where I can explain in great detail why being a Jehovah's Witness is a bad idea. So, and that's why I feel this responsibility to at least warn my friends and family. And that's the whole point, or at least that was the original idea of my channel. I was planning originally to just upload one video, and that's it. That was my original plan. It just so happened that I came in contact with Henry, with the Dutch foundation, I guess, which I was shunning. And I thought, you know what? Uploading a video and warning people about Jehovah's is a good start. On the other hand, I think doing some genuinely good offline activism also has more an effect, like quote-unquote real activism, where we get the politicians involved, we talk to our local governments, we warn our family members once again, you know, and tell our stories and wake people up. So that is why I did it. So at some point I had to make a little compromise with myself. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna make videos as long as I feel comfortable or have the time to do it. Because to be frank, I prefer to hang out with friends, go to parties, go on dates, and have fun, live, basically. Because now that I'm more aware of my mortality, I know one day I'll die, and I might as well enjoy and get the most out of life right now. So that means trying to get closer to friends, get better bonds with friends and family, doing things where I'm really passionate about. I wanted to get back into drawing comics, which I used to do before I was a Jehovah's Witness. I want to pick that up. I want to start doing animations. Right now I'm getting into boxing. And so there's a lot of things I want to do right now. And activism is, in all honesty, at the bottom of the list. I'm not saying I will never upload a video again. I'm not saying that I will never do activism. I'll do whenever I feel comfortable and when I just have the time to do it. Because I think I lost the fire in my belly to do activism, to be honest. And when I went to battle, the fire started up again when I did the battle crash with the activists. But then when I got home, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'll edit the video, and I didn't turn back. I felt like I wanted to do it again. So that says something. I don't want to do things that I don't feel like doing anymore. I don't want to force myself to do something I don't want to, right? So that's pretty much, so as a summary about activism, I stepped down as a volunteer, not because of some controversy or a backlash. It's simply because I just didn't feel like it anymore. I just didn't feel like it. That's pretty much it. So I'm gonna be a supporter. So I will support the Dutch Foundation in ways that I can. Like, for example, once again with battle crashing or some activities. But I won't do a lot of volunteer work like maintaining their website or doing some or going to meetings and doing other things. Now I think Henry and the others are doing a really good job already. I don't think my contribution will be. I don't think my contribution is necessary. Gideon is also involved with the Dutch Foundation, and he's doing also a good job. So I think I'm confident that the foundation is in good hands, and I will support whenever I can. But right now, in all honesty, I just want to chill, want to go to festivals, want to work out. Basically, in all honesty, I just want to enjoy life. So that's my goal for now. Let's address the elephant in the room. It's my atheism. I get it. My YouTube channel's name is JW Atheist. I'm fully aware of who I am and what is going on. And there's a lot of you that have made comments about my atheism, and I think that is, to be honest, I think it's kind of annoying. It's getting really annoying. It's because I would have a video about Battle Crash, about Battle, the activism, stuff like that, and someone has the need to talk about save my soul from eternal damnation. It's very nice of you, but please, guys, just stop. I want you to focus. Focus. Read the room. When I make a video about some topic, I'm not interested in having a theological discussion right now. And if you want to know why I become an atheist, it's none of your business. Nah, I'm joking. I will eventually make a video where I go into a deep dive as to why I've chosen atheism. That being said, I'm not promoting that every JW that leaves the ex-JW that leaves the organization should become an atheist. It's a personal decision. In the end of the day, I don't tell anybody to become an atheist. I don't think atheism is for everybody anyways, right? I don't think everybody can handle atheism, right? So one day I will make a video. I'll see whenever I have time, whenever I feel like it, to make a video as to why I've chosen atheism, and then you guys can comment to your heart's content until you've reached a form of ecstasy, telling me how much Jesus loves me. But right now, this is not the moment. This is not the time. And to be honest, I'm not really that interested in going into a discussion about why you should or shouldn't be an atheist. I think, after all, it's a personal decision that I've made. I'm happy with this decision. Can it be that might change in the future my thoughts about certain things? Sure. I highly doubt it that I'll ever become a Christian. To explain once again, I think I explained in the intro of this video, but I'll do it again. When I started my YouTube channel, it was purely made to update my friends and family that I am no longer a Jehovah's Witness, because I was a very active member. I even became a ministerial servant at some point, so I took this very seriously. So now that I'm no longer a Jehovah's Witness, I thought it was important for me to make it as publicly as possible, because there were some JWs that made the assumption that I would want to restore or be reinstated as a JW. So because I got excommunicated, and then there were some JWs that assumed that I would want to go back. So I had to also make it clear to them also that, listen, I'm not going back. So, and the reason why I chose JW Atheist is to be honest, to be a bit provocative. I was just giving a big middle finger to everybody. Also, I didn't want to associate anymore with any belief or any Christian belief. I was and still am done with Christianity. So I thought the best way to describe it is that I'm an atheist. Even though when I started the channel, I was technically more of an agnostic than an atheist, but atheist just matched better anyways, because once again, I don't believe in the Abrahamic God. So I thought it was very important to make that video, and to also make a clear statement that I don't even want to be a Christian anymore. So not only I don't want to be a Jehovah's Witness, I also don't want to be a Christian anymore, and I wanted to make it clear. And that was the goal of that video, make one video and then one and done. But of course, things happen, got involved with the Dutch Foundation, guess what, I was shunning, and I made 2 more videos, and now we're here. So yes, I will eventually, I see myself making a video where I go into a deep dive as to why I've become a Jehovah's Witness. So basically it's going to be from Jehovah's Witness to atheist video, and I will explain it there, and then you guys can go all guns blazing all you want. But as of now, if you start talking about, oh, but Jesus loves you, or start talking about why I'm an atheist, I'll just simply ignore your comment. I'll just ignore it. So don't waste your time, please. All right? That was it. So let's talk about self-improvement, life after the watchtower. Right now, what are the updates when it comes to my personal development is that right now I am working as tech lead at a company here in the Netherlands, and I've never thought I would get this far in my career, because as a Jehovah's Witness, you're not allowed to have ambitions in the world. But I'm really happy that I have the opportunity to have actually, it's kind of funny because now I have more of a fulfilling job than I thought I would, and also working on my own company. By the way, my own company is called Jouw Webvriend. Right now, I'm trying to take a new shift as I've gone, as I've tried to grow my company. And one of the things that I'm gonna focus on is e-commerce and creating web applications. Right now, the service is only meant here in the Netherlands. Could it be that I'm open to accepting projects from other countries? Yes. Like for example, right now I have like 2 clients from England. So I think I'm open to getting a project from other countries. However, it depends. But for now, I'm gonna focus more on Dutch companies. So even though I'm pretty sure, if you're in the Netherlands and you need a web shop or a web application, go to my website, jouwwebvriend.nl, which literally translates to your web friend. And the reason why I call it your web friend is because when I started my company, I was mostly building websites for my friends, and also giving advice and stuff like that. So that's what I want. That's why it's called your web friend in Dutch. So, and it's now slowly growing, and I want to really expand it more. So, but for now, I usually just make simple websites, and now I want to go to a more investment style of entrepreneurship. So, yeah, that's what I'm going for now. So I'm really excited about it, and also trying to improve my life. And here's the thing, right? I've been working out a lot lately, and I've been taking it seriously for the last 4 to 5 months. I've been taking it really seriously. And one thing I've realized and one thing I've learned from taking my workout more seriously, and also boxing, I've been taking also some lessons in boxing, is that getting stronger is a craft. And when you leave the Jehovah's Witness, and you're probably in the most weakest state you can ever be mentally and sometimes physically, you could start smoking more, or maybe you start smoking, or basically start drinking more heavily with alcohol and such. And I can understand that that's something you would probably do in the beginning, and that's something that I did also in the beginning, where I was basically out of shape. And now I'm trying to get better in shape, and you can really realize that it takes time to get better. Be patient with yourself. Practice a healthy sense of self-love, and give yourself time. Once again, getting stronger is a craft. It's something you have to hone, something that takes time to do. I've been doing, you know, after finally almost 3 years of leaving this cult, I finally feel more healthy and more myself. So it shows how long the process can take. So once again, try to have a healthy sense of self-love, because there is a life after the watchtower. You can be happy without the so-called truth, right? And that's the thing, right? One thing I also learned is that never trust someone, or especially a company or an organization that claims to have the truth. Because here's something I realized, and it took me a while for me to realize this, and for some people it's gonna be, yeah, duh, but let me put it this way, no one has the truth. No one. Everybody's full of shit, all right? Everybody. Even me. Even me. So try to use your common sense. Try to navigate life in a way that doesn't hurt you or other people. And you're pretty much on a good track. Try to live as healthy as you can. Try to make new friends. And also that's what I discovered, right? I was in a situation where I had this, how do you say, this group of friends, my default set of friends where I go to festivals with. And thank God, all right, thank the universe, maybe. Thank the universe that I made a habit of making new friends in the process. And my default sense of friends couldn't, for some reason, due to finances or time, couldn't make it to a festival. But because I made so many new friends, I was able to still find a new group of friends to go hang out, and therefore creating this fun chain reaction where I met more new people. So also that requires time, and I think that's my focus for now, is that I think I should have added this in the podcast, but I think I'll do it in the summary in the podcast. I think I should have added this in the first part of this video where I talked about activism, is that I'm still gonna make a 10 episode podcast about life after the watchtower, but it's only gonna be in Dutch, so I guess it makes sense that I didn't mention it. So yeah, if you're a Dutch speaker, I have a Dutch channel, JG Atheist, translated JW Atheist, where I will talk about. I still have to create the content, but I'm planning on making a 10 episode where I explain how to basically make friends, learn how to improve your life, improve yourself, at least basically giving tips. And that's the beauty of it. I will only give you tips on how I did it, but you're now obligated to follow exactly how I do it. In the end of it all, the one that should live your life is you. You're the best person to know what works for you. And it's gonna be a journey. It's gonna take time, but be patient. You got time. The world is not going to end. I'm pretty sure that. I'm pretty sure that Jesus will not descend from the heavens with a white horse and do the biggest genocide in human history. I think you'll be fine. Just take the time to improve yourself. Take the time to enjoy life, because now you have the opportunity to make new friends, make real friends. You can be happy outside of the organization. It is possible. Many of us have done it. So I think that's what I want to tell for now. So just be good to yourself. Take time, just enjoy life. And be happy. It's okay to have self-love. All right? Don't feel guilty for doing things that make you happy. All right? All right, a summary. All right, let's do a summary. So what was okay? So I'm gonna look at my. I'm sorry. I prefer to look directly at the camera. But oh, let me take off my glasses. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a very distracting with the ring light in my glasses. I'm sorry, but I guess it might not be that bad for some people. But me personally, I get a bit annoyed by it. So let's go. Let me go on my notes and make a summary of what I've been doing the last 2 years. Is basically I stepped down as a volunteer because I used to maintain the website. I'd never built the website. I maintained the existing website of nowisthetime.nu, and now I'm no longer because and the reason is simply because I wanna go party and go on dates and live life and work out and do martial arts. Martial arts. Learn how to box. I just wanted to go out into the world and enjoy life. Even though that's not the reason why I left the Jehovah's, because I've had this person. I met this guy that was very religious and heard I was an atheist and assumed that the reason why I became an atheist is to basically sin all day, which is silly. And I said, dude, you're making an assumption, right? So basically, look, I've met more atheists. I've met many atheists. I have relationships with atheists. I've dated atheists. I've have friendships and stuff like that. And I can say with certainty that Christians who become atheists, as far as I can tell, never become atheists so that they can sin. I've never met this person, right? So I'm not saying that this person does not exist, but I've never met him. I've never met him. I never heard of him doing such things. So it's just silly. And speaking about atheism, I spoke a little about spoke a little bit about my atheism. I am planning on making a video where I go into a deep dive into why I went from a Jehovah's to an atheist. So, and also people will be free to ask questions. I guess it'll depend on my mood. I'm gonna be very, very transparent and honest that for me it depends on my mood and time and whenever I feel like it that I make these videos. That's why if you're really interested in this content and you want to know more, I highly recommend to subscribe. Like and subscribe and click on the bell icon, because it could be that I might end up uploading a video once a year, twice or 3 times a year. So I'm not gonna be uploading weekly, right? Like some activists or youth creators or JW creators. I'm not that type of content creator. Most likely just, if I upload videos, mostly because of developments with the Dutch Foundation, I guess, Watchtower shunning, or something big has happened here in the Netherlands when it comes to the SJW community here in the Netherlands. If you're interested in those things, yes, then you should really subscribe, and then I'll probably make a video. Otherwise, very unlikely that I'll make a video about certain subjects. Could be that there's a sense of inspiration. Like there are some video ideas that I think are interesting, but there will be more on the philosophical side, and it will be very atheist heavy, more or less. I won't be talking much about the Bible. I'll mostly talk about about the philosophies of my atheism, but will it be weekly? Will it be monthly? I will not guarantee it. So once again, like and subscribe, hit the bell icon, and so that you can be updated or notified whenever I make content. And as lastly, I spoke a little about life after the Watchtower, self-improvement, and the craftsmanship of getting stronger. So getting better as a person takes time. It's a craftsmanship, something you have to hone, something you have to improve on, something you have to practice on. You have to just do it and try to have a healthy sense of self-love. So that was the summary. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know how people react to these videos. Sometimes sometimes I will make a video thinking like I've put so much time and effort to it, and people don't like it as much, but then I make other videos where I thought, oh, it's not going to be so good, and people actually like it more. It's quite interesting how things work out and what people like, how people react to certain videos. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. It feels a little convoluted, but I've tried my best to make sense out of it, try to make it as visually fun as possible also. And yeah, so take good care of yourself, everybody. Make sure you have a blessed day. Hopefully the universe blesses you, and that's pretty much it. Take good care of yourself.